In the water right now and on a wave. Talking about engaging those fins like he did last year, doing it this year. A little smaller wave than what we saw him on in that highlight package from last year, but doing the same thing. He loves the challenge of this sunset wave and rising to it as we speak. Off the closeout section, he gets one more maneuver in before calling for the jet ski. You are watching the second heat of the men's elimination round of the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach.
Heat previous to that where you see it's kind of slow, you're gonna make choices and grab these smaller waves. But good surfing here from Connor O'Leary. Even though it was a smaller wave and it was just these two maneuvers.
AJ McCord, Peter Mell, and Strider Wazlewski in the booth with me. Keanu up on his first wave now. You see him get one turn in before the whitewash says there's nothing else for you. And so he says, I would like a jet ski, please and thank you. 26 minutes.
He wants to win this. He doesn't want to get out of here with the last place. And your wild card, Keanu Asing, this guy knows this wave so well.
He does, and that wave, he was wanting more, obviously, but I just can't wait to see him load up on a couple.
Left in this first heat, and a lot of action. Ian Gentil looking to do something there, but has to bail on that wave pretty quick. So a lot of action, you guys, really quickly. It's hard. It's challenging out there. Ian Gentil doing his best to make it look easy, though. The closeout section keeps the fins engaged through that turn. Nice finishing maneuver, Strider.
Yeah, that was some fire. It's funny, his body language, I think, like slop. That surfboard tells the story. Off the bottom, comes into the corner, pushes super hard and fast, and, his arms are down, nice and quiet, but look at the surfboard, slams into the corner. Great surfing, great style, a lot of power, and this finishing move right here is really on point. Right, perfect timing into the lip. Super hard to do out here at Sunset to do a turn like that. So great performance out of Ian Gentil.
The judges like that last wave. 6.67 for Gentil. Connor O'Leary getting things started, looking for his second wave. Nice turn to start. You see him trying to set something up on this section. Nice bang there off of another little section. Seeing if there's anything else on the inside, there is not. So a few good moves, though, from Connor O'Leary. And like you said, Strider, we're seeing a lot of action early on in this heat, which is a really good sign because you just want to see the surfers do their best.
Nothing but power and purity in his surfing, which is something, it's almost like a lost art form. There's so many in the lip tricks, and you see all this crazy stuff, but you can see the fundamentals, and his base are so solid. And if he gets the wave to perform on, sorry about that, here we go, live action.
Let's see what Keanu has for us on this wave, or maybe what this wave has for Keanu. Instead, you see a little sweeping carve there to just try and figure out, get through the foam on the face, set up that nice turn on the inside. But the closeout section, he does not stick the landing. So Keanu Asing still looking for just his second wave.
That he's kind of let himself down in that sense. So they know what they want to do, but I feel like, O'Leary just needs to open up.
Keanu hoping this wave opens up for him, gets a nice opening maneuver, working through the foam, tries to add in one more turn, but falls off there. So not necessarily going to better his situation the way he wants to. Here we are, Ian Gentil in the lead, the 6.67 and a 1.5, looking to build off it. Gets his fins engaged on that first turn, waiting for the face to open up for him. Bangs another turn. Sticks the landing, tries to see if there's anything else on the inside from this wave. Make sure you stand out there, stick the landing with perfection. Nice little setup. Doesn't have anything else on the inside.
He's sitting off into the channel area and picked this wave up away from his competitors. And it paid off because he got himself a high-quality wave here.
100%. And look at the turn. Where he's placing his board is in the meatiest part of the wave, right? And those surfboards that he's riding, those Marcio Zubis, the Sharp Eyes, when I was checking them out, look at how tight his transition is right here. It's super tight, and that board has got that flip in the tail, allowing him to fit into the curve. And that was something that I felt like I was going to see a difference in with the surfers on those boards today, and I am, and I'm loving watching.
That they want to get into this conversation of first. Keanu trying to do that here, setting up a big maneuver off the top, hits the lip line, comes back down. Nice little carve to try and get himself into the inside section. He does, bangs it off the lip, and sticks the landing. That's one way to get yourself back into the conversation if you're Keanu Asing, to try and need just that one big wave to get yourself in the conversation with Ian Gentil.
I was mentioning, you were mentioning about what they needed to do, right? And they kind of really, at that moment in time, they needed 2 waves.
Look, he struggled into this thing, but then went to work. He got a nice quick turn and then saw the bubble underneath it. This was a really hard turn to negotiate. Hits the lip, falls out of the sky, and has to ride out of it. But you could see the confidence when he did it as he arced up into the lip, right? So he flies out over it. A split second later or sooner, and he would have went down. But right here, when he stands up at the end, he likes it. You could see that's pure confidence coming out of him.
Conor O'Leary trying to work his way back into the conversation, but that wave not going to be the one that does it. You can see by the body language.
Yeah.
Just calm,
Okay,
cool, collected.
Got
there we
it.
go.
I didn't hear the
slow.
sloth part.
Moving slow.
Conor O'Leary back up here. And again, not a wave. So back-to-back waves from Conor O'Leary. Of course, the first one a bit of a priority mistake because he had it. Conor O'Leary, the one, though, looking for his best wave of the heat, looking for a 5.0. Keanu Asing playing a little bit of a priority game. And Ian Gentil just calm, cool, collected, sloth. Up and off. Nothing slow about that turn, though. It's inside section and another massive move from Ian Gentil.
I love it.
My only issue with the Sloth Strider is that
It's not easy.
it's moving so fast.
No,
He
the
moves so fast.
surfboard is. But did you watch his style? His body is
He's
relaxed.
still going.
He's calm. He's collected. He's like one of the funnest guys to see when you watch him on a wave. But
Still
everything
going.
is cool, and then his actual board is what's moving super fast, which I like, just to be able to let that surfboard do the talking.
Scrapping into this one, using his priority against Conor O'Leary to keep him off of it. Now what does it have for him? Sets up the first turn. Nice move off the top of the lip, engages the fin, stays with it through another turn, working around this foam, seeing if it's going to stand up on the inside. It does a little bit. A few more maneuvers here from Keanu Asing, but it's all gravy because he did the most important thing, which is keep Conor O'Leary smile on his face because he knows he did absolutely everything he could in that heat and bettered his situation with that last wave. Ian Gentil gets the win with a 14